Before we begin, there is one change I need to make. In this version of the universe, the Kaioshin realm is accessible through ship travel. In the actual Dragon Ball universe, this should technically not be possible, since it's not inside the universe itself. Besides that, enjoy.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z, the Kaioshin realm is a world beyond space, a world where gods live peacefully while watching over the universe. However, there was one point in history when the Kaioshin did not stop evil from spreading. That was the evil tyrant Frieza, whose paranoia drove him to destroy planet Vegeta. However, in the mists of death, a single pod blasted off into space onto an unknown world. Kakarot's parents, Gine and Bardock, had a destination in mind for their child. But unforeseen turbulence pushed the pod off and past the limits of space. Kakarot lands on the Kaioshin world, where he is found by Universe 7's Kaioshin. What will the Kaioshin do with the child? A legend is born now. Divinity and innocence. What if Goku landed on the world of the Kais?
The two residents of the planet walked towards the pod that just crash-landed onto their planet. How could this be? They both wondered. No one was supposed to be able to just land on the planet. Kibito was ready to send it off again, or maybe even destroy it. However, Shin stepped up to it and watched the door open. Out of it came a small Saiyan child. He was very rowdy and pulled on Kibito's hair once he picked him up. Kibito pleaded to Shin to send him off, but Shin didn't want to just send a child off to die, so the Supreme Kai decided to bring him into his home. Sure, he didn't have any right to be there, but Shin saw something in him. While racing the Saiyan, they attempted their best to make him gain control over his own power and destructive capabilities. Kibito never really understood why Shin wanted to keep him around. Not only was he immortal, but also very weak. One day, while taking care of Goku, Shin took him up to where the sea sword was kept to look at the landscape around them and teach Goku where everything was. Goku tried to pull on the sea sword, and when he failed to pull it out, he fell off the top and cracked his head open while hitting the ground. Immediately, Shin and Kibito took care of the boy, and surprisingly, Kibito was the one most worried about him. Eventually, Goku got better and begins to act more happy and willing to learn. Goku will also turn into an Ozaru, as the Kaioshin's world has many moons orbiting it. They would be forced to cut off his tail, though this reinforces Kibito's dissatisfaction with the Saiyan. The tail would grow back, and Goku would learn not to look at the moon, but eventually the Ozaru would come out again, and they would be forced to cut it off again. Goku was taught to harness his ki, train his body, and expand his mind. This Goku maybe wouldn't be named Goku. However, some Kaioshin names are often based around mythical figures, or verbs. So, maybe he would be named Goku after all, since Son Wukong is a mythical figure. This Goku is also smarter and a lot tougher than the one in our universe at a young age. He would be taught many techniques by the Supreme Kai, including Kibito's Kai Kai. Shin is also a lot stronger than Frieza and even Piccolo after the Cell Games, so Goku will grow up training with much more experience and powerful beings than that of Earth. Speaking of Earth, it is pretty much doomed to fall under Pilaf's rule, or a possible comeback by Piccolo. But back to the Kaioshin world. A few years pass, and a crash is heard in the outskirts of the river, while Goku and Shin trained a little. He had been trying to pull the sea sword out for a long time now, but still couldn't get there just yet. The three went to look at what happened, and found a similar ship to Goku's. Out of it came out a Saiyan, that said his name was Raditz, and he was Kakarot's brother.
Come on, Kakarot, together we can destroy these two weird-looking elves, I'm sure of it.
Goku had no idea what he was talking about, but wouldn't take his threats lightly. Goku smirked at his brother, and instantly rushed at him. The battle began with Raditz being easily overwhelmed by Goku. Kaioshin tried to get him to stop, but Kibito told him that this is something that Goku must definitely do by himself. Goku finished off the Saiyan and told him to leave off the world and never come back. Raditz attempted to attack Goku in the back as he turned, but Kibito appeared in front of Raditz and broke his hand before killing him. Goku was saddened, but he knew that Kibito had saved his life. He gave Raditz a chance, after all. Unknown to him, Raditz's scouter had sent a conversation to Vegeta and Nappa. They realized just how much power Kakarot had, and decided that they could need him and use him in the battle against Frieza. Maybe they would pay him a visit. Remember, this Raditz and Nappa don't know anything about the Dragon Balls, and neither does Frieza. They still want to take him down, and without the prospect of immortality, They need to look for other ways to be able to defeat the monster. Some time passed, and Goku wondered and asked about the Saiyans. He didn't believe everything Raditz told him. Shin would explain that he's a survivor from a long-dead warrior race, a bunch of space pirates that served under the Emperor Frieza. Goku is disappointed by the revelations of his past. He knew he was different, but he didn't like the fact that he belonged to a race of murderers. Despite his better judgment, he asked,
But what happened to them? Why am I here?
Shin looked down at his feet, not wanting to answer the question. Kibito stepped forward instead and explained that Frieza, the man they had worked for many years, had killed them all. Goku was one of the very few survivors. The man was very upset. Though he hated the Saiyans, he became even more upset that this Frieza guy hadn't been taken care of by Supreme Kai. They told Goku not to do anything drastic. Goku kept the distrust of the Kaioshin in his heart for some time, but continued his training, every day getting a little closer to taking out the Z-Sword. But suddenly, 2 more pods crashed. Damn it, Shin thought. They should have seen this coming. Once again, they met the 2 Saiyans. It boggled Shin's mind to realize just how easily accessible the Kaioshin realm was to some of these people. They decided that after this, they had to destroy all the ships that had crash landed.
Kakarot, this planet, how did you come to land here?
Vegeta asked. Nappa wanted to get rid of the other 2, but Vegeta stopped him.
No need, Nappa. We're here for Kakarot. We know how powerful you are. It's despicable that a low-class Saiyan scum like you could be so strong, and I want to see for myself just how powerful.
Without warning, Vegeta came in to attack Goku. The battle was intense, but Goku had more power than the Saiyans anticipated. At one point, Vegeta even called forward Nappa to join in the battle, and Goku barely struggled against the 2 Saiyans at once. Goku defeated them. Vegeta was upset, but he knew better than to blow up on his face. He couldn't win. Instead, he turned towards his ship.
I'm going against my morals since you're low-class trash, but I'm sure you know that Nappa and I want to take down Frieza. We could use your power on our team when the time comes.
Shin was flabbergasted. So this is what the Saiyans wanted. Vegeta and Nappa left, and Goku stood there in silence. A few nights passed, and Shin told Goku that Frieza isn't matters that he should care about. That, while he's a tyrant, he isn't a universal threat like Majin Buu. It's below the Kaioshin's pay grade. Goku turned back to look at him.
You taught me right from wrong, and what Frieza's doing, it's completely awful.
Shin glanced over at Kibito, who had his eyes closed. Shin knew that Goku needed closure in this, so he waved him off. Goku nodded, placed 2 fingers on his forehead, and searched for Vegeta's energy.
Hey kids, don't go away. We'll be right back. And now back to our show.
He appeared in front of Vegeta and Nappa at a distant planet.
I'll take care of Frieza myself.
Vegeta grabbed Goku by the collar of his outfit,
Frieza is mine, Kakarot.
but Goku wasn't hearing it. He didn't want to think about it, but he knew that Vegeta would try to become the Emperor after Frieza's death. That time would come eventually, but for now, they needed to focus on Frieza. The 3 headed to Frieza's chambers, where Goku introduced himself as the Saiyan who had come to defeat him. Frieza laughed and sent Zarbon and Dodoria to attack him. Goku ignored them and rushed straight to Frieza, sucker punching him across the room. Meanwhile, Zarbon and Dodoria were fighting Vegeta and Nappa. The 2 had gotten a significant boost in power after Goku's battle, so they stood a chance. Vegeta in particular. Goku and Frieza's battle would take them outside, where the city around them would begin to crumble. Soldiers tried to attack Goku, but Frieza yelled at them that this was his battle. Goku pushed Frieza all the way to his 3rd form. Remember, Goku learned and trained with those who could have killed Frieza in a single blow. Though Goku is still not nearly as strong as them, he's a lot stronger than the Goku we know during the Frieza saga. Vegeta had defeated a bunch of Frieza soldiers, including Zarbon and Dodoria, though he needed Nappa's help to defeat Zarbon, and Nappa died in the process, but Vegeta could take care of most of the remaining Frieza soldiers. That was, until the Ginyu Force showed up. Frieza stepped back from the battle for a second, and let the Ginyu Force battle Goku and Vegeta. The battles took some time, with 2-on-2s. Goku defeated Goldo and helped Vegeta defeat Recoome. Vegeta was very hurt, but he also helped in the battle against Jeice and Burger. Finally, it was time for Ginyu. Vegeta tried to keep helping, but he was hurt. He wanted to go after Frieza, so Vegeta threw up an artificial moon. Frieza damned the world and sent his remaining forces against Vegeta. Meanwhile, Ginyu tried to switch bodies with Goku, but Goku used his Kai Kai and teleported away, which caused Ginyu to exchange bodies with Goldo instead. You see, none of the Ginyu Force had been killed, except for Recoome, whom Vegeta finished off. However, Vegeta wanted to kill them all, and turned his gaze at Goldo, Ginyu, and the rest, blasting them off with his Ozaru mouth. Goku didn't want to kill them, but he wasn't going to protest. He tried to head to Frieza, but Vegeta slapped him out of the way. This didn't go down well for Vegeta, especially after Frieza reached his final form, where he cut off his tail. Vegeta was pushed aside in his regular state. Goku took this opportunity to go in and rush at Frieza with all his might, and he was at the very least equal to Frieza, but most likely high above him. They were both tired and beat. Goku then asked,
Why kill and take over all these planets? You've left children and families destroyed!
Frieza laughed coldly, and simply said that it was nothing personal. This ticked off Goku, and he could only think of all those he must have killed. Goku exploded in anger as the city shook around them, and his aura sparked up. Goku had become a Super Saiyan. Vegeta was in awe, but he also damped the world. Goku wasted little time as he battled Frieza. Frieza even tried to destroy the planet, with no luck, as Goku slapped his death ball away and into a nearby star. Goku finally punched Frieza one last time, which left him immobilized. The Saiyan began to walk away, telling Frieza to leave. Frieza used his last bit of energy to attempt to blast Goku, to which Goku responded by quickly turning around, ready to block the attack. However, the attack never even touched him, as Frieza hit the floor, dead. Vegeta had blasted through Frieza's chest. Goku looked at Vegeta sternly. Before leaving, Goku warned Vegeta not to do anything like Frieza did. Otherwise, he would come after him too. But they gave a light smile to each other.
Next time, I'll be the winner.
Back at the Kaioshin realm, Goku was greeted by Kibito and Shin, who were surprised by his new state. It was incredible power that they did not expect from any mortal. He is stronger than Goku in the original story. Though Kibito looks down upon this, Shin thinks that it's time to give Goku one last shot at the Sea Sword, as he believes Goku would be the one to eventually defeat Majin Buu if needed. They were proud of what he did against Frieza, and got closure against his enemy. They all gathered around as Goku's energy spiked up when he became a Super Saiyan. Slowly, the sword moved off the rock until it finally freed itself. It was very heavy, and Goku needed some time to adjust to it. He was incredibly happy and already felt strong. Time passed as he trained with the Sea Sword. Years even. One day, Goku challenged Shin to see how strong the Sea Sword is, and he strikes Kachin metal with the sword, breaking it in half. The team is terrified at first, until they hear a weird voice. The old Kaioshin had been released from the Sea Sword that Beerus had hid him inside long ago. Goku wants to get to know his secrets immediately, but he asks for a pretty girl. Otherwise, he will not help. Goku doesn't know any women, so sadly he can't help the old geezer. Kibito and Shin approached the old Kai about it, and explained that Goku is their ticket to defeat the universe's greatest threat. The old Kai reluctantly agrees, and begins to unlock Goku's hidden potential. Years passed without a peep from Buu, and Goku has become essentially the universe's greatest protector. One day, Kaioshin and Kibito catch wind from those on Earth, which is mostly humans and demons from Piccolo's army. The three head down to Earth and find Babidi's ship after following some of Babidi's men. There were swarms of Majins and demons all around that they all had to defeat, though it was fairly easy for all of them. Even Piccolo was taken down in the process. Goku takes care of the evildoers, including Dabura. However, all of this generates a lot of energy for Buu's revival, though not nearly as much as the one in the original story, as there aren't as many powerful beings on Earth. But Goku was way too fast for Babidi, and beat down the villain. Goku took one breath. He knew this was what he was training for his entire life. He had to kill Babidi, and so he did. Finally, Goku had accomplished his mission of stopping Buu's revival and saving the universe. He could live peacefully for now. But before he did, he searched for the energy of an old ally. Goku teleported and found Vegeta sitting on a throne of a planet. It looked to be solitary, with no life in sight. Goku smirked at Vegeta, who told them that he had been challenging warriors from across the universe and learning to be able to defeat him all these years, though he thought about starting his own army. Goku said that he simply wanted to battle him. To his surprise, Vegeta had learned to obtain Super Saiyan, and the level above that, Super Saiyan 2. Goku smiled, and the battle began. Obviously, Goku would win, which is why he limited himself so the battle would be fair. Even so, Goku was winning, but he was quite impressed by Vegeta's techniques. He looked forward to their next battle, and hoped that he would become stronger too. The battle was declared a draw. Goku then headed back to the Kaioshin realm to celebrate. And this is where our story ends for now. Of course, there's still Super to cover, but maybe sometime in the future. I think this is a good place to end it, as Goku and the rest live peacefully for a few years. But as I said, there is the subject of the God of Destruction waking up. Anyways, thanks so much for 19,000 subscribers, so close to 20,000. But be sure to share, comment, and subscribe, so we can increase our power level to 20,000. Until we meet again, see ya!
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Smugstick, unless you want to be destroyed.
Lord Beerus, that's hardly fair. But also, don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified when he uploads new videos.